da dee da da. Da da dee da da.
Breaking down judgment. What is judgment? Well, as far as I can tell, judgment is essentially the majority rule. So then, if we can agree that that is the case, the next logical question to ask yourself is, does the majority ruling on it make it the right ruling on it universally? And while pondering this question, make sure to take into account the fact that there are places, countries, republics, social clubs, religious factions, cities, states, regimes, and many more groups where the majority rule differs greatly from the majority rule that you've been programmed to be accustomed to. So again, I asked you, with so many to choose from, how did you decide on which majority rule to follow? Or did you decide? Most of us settle for or make this decision based on ingrained, selfish, and fear-based motivations, guided by the need to fit in. And as a result of requirements that things go smoothly, we adopt the whole sit down and quit rocking the boat policy. So it's really rare that folks stand alone for something. And when they do, the crowd doesn't necessarily embrace them until they've already weathered the dangers associated with establishing a new train of thought. Then once the hard part is done, they embrace it for the same foolish reasons they denied it, for the sake of fitting in now that it's cool to do and it's safe. I myself almost went in that same direction, so believe me, I completely identify. But what I'm going to do today is attempt to break down and debunk judgment by sharing my newfound understanding of it. Imagine with me, if you will, a world with, let's say to keep it simple, only 6 people. 5 of them do nothing. 1 goes off and makes a mistake. The 5 make a rule based on the mistake of the 1 and write it down as law. Based on this series of events, who's the teacher? Well, to me, the teacher is the one who made the mistake that the rest learned from. Those who did nothing benefited from the one who did. This is where the twist between right and wrong comes in. Based on how we live today, the end calculation for these 5 that did nothing, yet represent the majority rule, is that the doer, the teacher, the one who made the mistake that we all learned from, is wrong. And for being wrong, in the eye of the majority, that makes the doer, the teacher, the one we all learned from, less than the majority and deserving of harsh, eternal punishment. Well, what the 5 should do, although their claim to fame is doing nothing, is help their teacher so that he or she can at least avoid repeating that same mistake / lesson that we all just learned from. We learn from mistakes we don't even have the nerve to make and then punish the teachers for facilitating the lesson. What kind of train of thinking is this? Right and wrong is all a part of the perspective test being administered to each and every individual's third eye. Everyone around you is socially programmed, and therefore unknowingly they actively take part in keeping you in this blinded mind state until they can break free from its mental blocking system and start to see the truth for themselves, the truth we were all born knowing. As a result of our programming, though, we struggle with duality, which side to take, who to support, how to show your allegiance, and so on and so on. Then we forward this same senseless need, born of majority-ruled guilt and insecurities, right back on our children, in spite of the fact that it's never brought us peace. Like, here you go, kids, deal with it. It was once said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Sounds scientifically sound to me. Don't be scared to be different. AntiChrist, and I'm out.